Alright, I'm here solo at the film site. Jonathan finally came down, and Tate, Jonathan, and I decided that maybe we should look for these people. And it's a couple who we met up at camp. They're camped over at Laos Camp, and I believe it's their first time here. And they wanted to come down to the film site, so they headed to the road that leads you down here, and that's where we introduced ourselves to each other and met up and had a good little chat. Anyway, we had given them directions how to get down here, but I'm telling you, I know these hills somewhat, and some of the hills in Humboldt for sure. But yeah, if you don't know your way, it's especially here, easy to go and get lost. And so we're hoping that's not the situation, but Tate and I got down here, and their car's parked where we're camping tonight over at the berm. And so we were expecting to either see them on the trail or here at the site, but there's nobody here. So we're a little worried now. And then earlier I mentioned I did a little bit, took a few clips of the past few days. And the idea was to hike from the bottom of the Klamath River along Bluff Creek to up to where we were camping. And I had just driven 11 hours. I was sore, tired, hungry, and all that. And so in the morning, actually the night before, I told some of the guys that I probably wasn't going to make the hike, and that was fine. I was going to meet up, I guess, further along the hike. But even for the guys that went, which was Tate, Jonathan, Ron, Kip, and Ron's dog, they were only able to penetrate about a mile or so, and it was just too rough. And it became this thing where we were driving from the top of the mountain down to the bridge and back and forth, and there was all this kind of slow communication through the inReach, the Garmin messaging through satellite. And so that became kind of like a worrisome situation too. We weren't sure if we were going to have to call search and rescue or what, but that turned out to be good. They ended up doing an overnight where they were, and they were crossing pretty deep water, and carrying the dog over boulders, and from what I hear, it was pretty rough. And I just knew my body wasn't going to be able to do that, so kind of lucked out there. But what an experience for them. And now we got this other situation possibly, so just kind of tapping in and letting you guys know what's going on, and hopefully everything works out to the best, which I'm sure. We'll take extra measures if it gets really serious. We do have SOS. I got that on my phone, and I know some of the guys have some of the Garmin's and other types of transponders, I believe, too. I know Terry does up at camp, and so we're prepared in that way. And yeah, kind of trippy being here at this site and then having this situation go on. So just gonna chill out for a bit, maybe shoot a couple videos here. And yeah, we got some possible impressions of something along the way down, so that was pretty exciting. I mean, nothing too how would you say, defined, but it definitely looked like a track to me, and some other impressions that were leading up to that possibly. So who knows, but definitely we'll be sharing those clips. And yeah, I'm excited about tonight camping over at the berm. We'll see what happens. Terry, I guess, had an experience, so we'll try to get her on camera once again. I don't know if she's camera shy. She was on the Finding Bigfoot show from another experience she had up in, I believe, possibly Willow Creek. I believe it was in Humboldt. But yeah, very cool lady. She gets around and travels, and is definitely into the topic. And her son Stevie as well. Look at this stick here. That's shoved in. Probably someone's walking stick or something. But yeah, let's see. Over down that way is where I shot that one video one time with the pareidolia type face figure up in the bush there. And yeah, who knows what that was? Could be something there. I think so. You know, I shared it out, and yeah, I don't know if some of the guys here have seen it, but I'd like to get their opinion on it. And I believe it's still active here. You know, it's just a matter of lining up with what you want to happen, and hopefully it's nothing too scary or too creepy. But anyway, reporting from the PG site here. I'll tap in a bit.